Welcome, fight fans, to another episode of More Than a Fight podcast. This is episode 15. Bienvenidos. I'm your host, Jose Alfredo Alcázar, and this is your co-host,
Juan.
And behind the camera, we have
John.
And today we were going to start off with, obviously, the obvious fight of the weekend, the mega fight, really. Gennady Golovkin against Canelo Alvarez, part 3. But we got hit with the news. I think it was Mike Coppinger that broke the news. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that was him. He basically said that everything's been agreed to, and we're referring to Crawford versus Spence for November 19th. Finally, there's a date to it, but there is no official confirmation as of yet, right?
Verbally agreed. They're just not signed. So we hope that gets signed tomorrow.
But finally, there's a date.
I mean, man, Crawford. Spence is finally going to prove why he's the best at 147.
Or so you guys think.
John doesn't think that. It was just me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what John
Who do you
thinks.
like in this one, John?
To be honest, I think it's a mixture. I do favor Crawford power, but Spence is slick.
Spence is relentless. I think he's gonna slow him down with the body shot and stuff. That's what I.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fight. We don't know what's gonna happen, so that's why we're so excited for it.
I think Crawford's gonna show why he's the best, and he's going to be the first fighter in this era to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes. He already did it at 140 pounds. Now he's about to do it at 147 pounds. The first fighter in this era, and. There'll probably be another one. It could be Alexander Usyk for all we know, or it could be maybe even Devin Haney at 140.
So if he wins this fight, he's undisputed at 147.
Yep.
Oh dang. Okay.
Is Crawford trained in Texas or he's from Texas?
No, Crawford's from Omaha.
Yeah.
See, fuck Crawford. Yeah,
Spence is from Texas.
Spence is from
If
Texas.
you're gonna look for Texas, then you're gonna go with Spence.
Yeah, no. I know Spence is from Texas.
He's
I wasn't
from the
sure
Dallas
about
area,
Crawford.
bro.
Yeah.
Crawford's from the mean streets of Omaha.
Yeah, okay.
One of the meaner streets, our neighborhood.
Marty from Nebraska.
Dude, they produce great fighters, man.
But I'm excited for this. Finally, after such a pain in the ass wait and all the nonsense that has been talked about on social media, we have a date. I think they'll do it on Sunday or Monday. They'll do the press conference because you don't want to do it tomorrow or Friday for obvious, or tomorrow is Friday, I'm sorry. You don't want to do it tomorrow for obvious reasons because Golovkin and Canelo got their stuff. And if they were to do that I would think that's PBC trying to throw shade at DAZN.
You
It's
think they've been
funny.
training?
Oh, sorry.
Go for it, John.
It's funny you say that, but Jake Paul and Aaron Silva been going all over all week during Canelo fight week.
Yeah, but that one is more so. They did it when the press conference was what, Monday?
They had 3. They did 3
already,
this week.
They already did 3 press conferences.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So the first one, Silva invited Chell to his confronted him for his barbecue.
Yeah, that
And
was
then the
hilarious.
second one, Silva was like, "Nah, I'm not playing anymore," and gave him the death stare.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, did Paul get intimidated?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Obviously,
But,
it
all
goes
right,
to
let's
show
keep
how
going,
much
keep going.
attention I've been paying.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we got the announcement. I think we're all excited. Finally, for
Oh yeah.
fuck's sake, we
Oh, yeah.
got this fight, and we're gonna get undisputed at 147. For goodness sakes, and I think Crawford's gonna win. Me personally, one obviously.
I say Spence.
Spence, okay, that's fine.
All right.
And John's gonna go with Spence because he's from Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which fight you want to talk about next?
Do you wanna? Oh, let's talk about Joshua and Fury actually.
All right.
Because
That's gonna be November also.
no, December 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my only thing with this, well, it dawned on me the other day, but actually will be a good thing for fight fans because we're going to get this one. I'm assuming it's going to be in the UK. Worst case, Saudi Arabia,
it's
but
gonna
still
be-
it'll be during the day no matter what.
Right.
But that same day is going to be Chocolatito against Estrada 3. So we're going to get 2 great fights on that day.
Is it definitely announced for Estrada he can come back and fight that day?
DAZN announced that that's when it was going to happen.
Yeah, but that was before they checked him out after the fight and stuff. But
Oh, why would they say?
no. I'm asking you if anything came up because he didn't have an easy fight against Archie Cortez either.
Oh, I know.
I'm
No,
just
he
saying,
took
there's no
punishment.
injuries, no nothing, right? He's good to go.
I would assume not, but you're right. At the end of the fight, he did say if we're feeling good and everything's okay, then yeah, we'll definitely take that fight next.
Okay.
But that's a good point. To my knowledge, I haven't heard anything otherwise, but it is early.
Okay.
So I'll be the thorn in the side. I hate this fight. I do not like it. Like, okay, hear me out. The idea of the fight, that's great.
You're
But it
referring to
fucks
Fury
everything.
and Joshua, not
Yes, sorry.
the one
Fury
we're
and
talking about.
Joshua. It fucks everything up. He could have waited 2 months to fight Usyk,
right.
which is kind of weird because he did this. But think about it. You have Wilder and Hellenius in like a week. Why does... Because think about it like this. If Fury wins, what is he going to do? He just going to retire again?
No.
No, that retirement stuff he says is just BS.
Yeah.
But
just to get attention to him.
so what I would have preferred is that Fury waited for Usyk, and then Joshua takes a fight in the meantime. So in December, he fights somebody else. And then the winner of Fury Usyk takes Joshua or whoever he fights. But I feel like
originally that was the plan, at least from Eddie Hearn's standpoint. He wanted Joshua to fight in December, but obviously fight somebody, not on the level of Tyson Fury. I know that much. But what happened is Tyson Fury's team, or maybe Tyson Fury was the one that said, I'll fight Anthony Joshua next. And he's like, if you're ready, let's do it now. And we'll give you 60-40 split. And that caught Eddie Hearn and Joshua off guard.
Yeah.
And obviously they didn't think it was legit. And all of a sudden they've agreed to terms. And all of a sudden it seems like all they're waiting on is a contract. But on the other point, John, now that you have Usyk up on the screen, he just said that he wants to fight Deontay Wilder next if Deontay Wilder wins, and he's going to be at the fight, which I love that. Because I think Usyk beats Wilder. You don't think he can evade his shots with his boxing skill?
He's going to get caught.
No way.
It's going to be one of these.
I think he's going to tire Deontay Wilder out with his movement.
He got caught by Joshua.
Yes, but Joshua and Wilder, from a boxing standpoint, are two different animals. I think Alexander Usyk can evade Joshua enough to tire him out, and by the 6th round, have him ready to go. Knock him out by the 9th.
Did you know this? That Hellenius trained with Wilder for Fury 3?
I did not know that.
This is where this pick is from.
Wow.
The same size, look.
Yeah, damn, you're right. Hellenius, big
Hellenius beat Kovnowski twice, and Kovnowski's a little tank. Yeah, he's a little shorter, but...
So yeah, it's a tough fight, but like...
So that's even more of an interesting advantage for Hellenius, no? Because he's seen Wilder.
Yeah. But like what I was put this picture in to say was basically like how if Fury beats Joshua, I feel it just holds all the heavyweight lineups up. Does that make sense? Like if Fury just fought Usyk, they do their own thing.
Oh,
everybody else underneath.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Go ahead.
Everybody else can fight against each other underneath, and then we figure out who fights the winner of Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because originally I thought the winner of Joyce Parker was going to get the shot at the winner of Fury Usyk.
Hey, we have some Usos calling us out that we have to cover that fight next week. Comments in the YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't see that.
So we have to cover the Joyce and Parker fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
That's
good. Yeah. But let's get back to it. And Triple G, where do you want to start?
Oh, wait, you got Joshua Fury right there.
Sorry, where do you want to start?
Triple G looked a little different there.
Okay, let's start. Do you want to start with the undercards?
Yeah.
Which one do you want to touch on? You want to Emma Williams and Kieran Conway to start?
Yeah. I mean, you take over on this one because I'm not 100% familiar.
No, yeah. I've seen Emma Williams fight, and I've seen Kieran Conway fight. Conway has some skills, so I think this will be his toughest test to date. And Emma is still undefeated, and he's continuing to try to make a name. And if Kieran Conway can beat Emma Williams, he's on his way. But that's obviously a tough task because I'm not mistaken, this is his first fight in the U.S. and I'm referring to Kieran Conway.
That never good. Not okay. Not never.
So
It usually doesn't
this will
go
be a
well.
very interesting fight because obviously Emma Williams wants to continue his rise, and Conway, if he upsets, he's back in the mix as far as getting really good title or really good shots at maybe a title shot in the future. Because this is for an international title. We all know what that means. They just made some shit up.
This is on the main card already. This will be on the pay-per-view.
Yes. So that's the first fight of the
Okay.
main.
Oh, okay.
Then the next one you would have would be Ahkmedov versus Rosado.
Fan favorite. He's not going to
Yes.
win, but he's a fan favorite.
No, Ahkmedov is gonna take it to him. I've seen these guys fight, and Rosado's good, but
I mean, Rosado has earned his respect in the game, man.
100%.
Like I said, he is the perfect example, and I always use him as the example as to why an O doesn't matter. Even 2 losses don't matter because he has come back time and again to show that he's a great fighter and deserves to be up there in the mix of the top 10 middleweights or super middle.
How many losses he has now? Like 13?
Yeah, 13 losses.
Damn.
How many Ahkmedov has losses, right?
has one.
Like one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, it's going to be exciting because Rosado always brings it regardless.
Yeah.
He's skillful and everything's
but
gonna be good.
Ahkmedov is slick, man. I remember him fighting and looking it up and everything. I was like, he's actually really good.
I mean,
And then
it'll be an interesting fight
it's
without a
shaping
doubt.
up pretty well. And then we got the youngest champion, right? He's still the youngest champion.
speaking of people where losses doesn't matter against Israel Gonzalez, this is his 4th time to fight for the belt.
Super flyweight title, yeah. And this has to be the most motivating, I would assume, if I'm him.
Yeah.
Because not only are you fighting on a Canelo undercard, but you're also the co-main event, and you're also taking on a guy who right now is stealing all the limelight from the little guys.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere, dude. But he beat Saul Rungvisai and he beat Quadras, and he's looked amazing at both. That's going up from 108 to 115.
But that Rungvisai was a while ago when I was looking it up.
No.
Yeah, Gonzalez fought Calyafai too?
Yeah,
I told you
yeah.
that's who beat him. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
That's why I meant to tell you. I said Galahad. My bad.
Yeah.
Calyafai. Yeah, so he lost to him and he lost to Chocolatito. Those were both title fights. So
I mean,
no shame there.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
But no, hopefully good luck to him. And these guys always bring it. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like we said, the best thing the one example I would cite was Argy Cortez against Estrada and the way he came out and fought Estrada, even though Estrada was in his hometown. Not that Bam is going to be in his hometown, but he is the heavy favorite, and he's got all the limelight right now. So if I'm Gonzalez, I come in here going, if I beat this guy, I take all his shine from him, and not only do I beat him, but I beat him on the Canelo undercard, and I win the belt. So he's got a ton to gain. So I mean, I hope he brings it, and I don't see why he won't.
well, just being on this undercard, it's even going to bring more spotlight to him because
Yeah.
more people than ever are going to be watching. So
And just a quick shout out, I want to mention, or
Gonzalez.
not a quick shout out, but I want to mention that Diego Pacheco is also going to be on this undercard because I've been watching him as DAZN continues to feature him because he's been on a few of the undercards. I think might be his 2nd time under a Canelo undercard.
yeah, maybe.
But he's somebody to watch, man. He's a big dude. He fights at super middleweight, but he could easily move up to 175. He's that big, and he fights with or he's represented with Team Benavides. He's with that camp.
I hope he comes back better than Rayo then.
That's what I was gonna say. Why you gotta put it like that? But yeah,
Hey, man.
So Collazo's decent.
Enrique Collazo. Yeah,
I'm not 100% familiar, but I mean, they're fighting for a silver super middleweight title.
no mames.
Super.
I'm kidding.
Oh, wait, silver.
I know, right?
What the hell is
It
that?
says
Yeah,
WBC. I don't know,
bro.
dude. I was
They
just
come
joking.
up with all
I
kinds
was
of
joking,
shit
I
to
was
make
joking.
it
What is
interesting.
that? What is that?
But
8
Pacheco's
letters?
one to watch. He's been looking really good. Obviously, either bringing him along slowly, but he's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, what were you going to say, John?
Well, no, I was gonna start talking about like
That one.
where do you want to start with the Canelos?
Oh yes. I mean, let's start from the beginning how we got here because the first fight is the most controversial of the two, we could say. because I watched it again last night.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, the second one, I believe Canelo deserved to win that.
Canelo brought the pressure on the second one for
Yes.
sure.
No,
But the
second
first
you
one,
won.
after watching it back, there's 3 things that I will give Golovkin. Pressure, conditioning, and just being the busier fighter. At times, his pressure wasn't as effective as I thought it was, but watching it back, I understood it a little better. But he definitely had the better conditioning without a shadow of a doubt. Canelo was gassed. Even after the 6th round, you could see it. And Gennady just kept hounding him. But even then, and maybe that's just because I watch the fight and I look for certain things. And if the punch doesn't land in an effective manner or hits the gloves, I don't really count it as a punch.
Hey, tell
And
that
I felt like
to the
Gennady
judges.
had Canelo against the ropes a lot of the times, but most of the time he was hitting him in the gloves or Canelo was evading the shot. But that being said, Canelo was running, or not running, but you will
Moving
call it
away.
running. He
Well,
was moving away.
He was
And
boxing.
when you're
He
moving
wasn't
away,
calling him
a
into the
judge is
ropes.
going to look at that
Yeah.
other than Miss Bird, because Bird didn't see that.
What was the last fight when Canelo was Bivol, when he was beckoning him into the rope? He didn't
Yeah.
do that to
Because he was
Triple G.
tired, man. He
Yeah.
wanted to come in and try to counter shot him.
But
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt, you got to give Golovkin those 2 things. He was definitely the better conditioned fighter.
This is a
Definitely
photo.
the guy that was pressing the fight and pressuring him.
Right.
And he just looked better physically. His body language was better. There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the way I saw it 6-6, but at the same time, I did not mind it being 7-5 towards Golovkin.
Yeah, I thought Golovkin won the first one,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I
But
gotta
the
move this
second
around.
one,
There you go.
I did think Canelo.
Fucking Adelaide Bird.
Yeah, the
She
second one.
ruined it right there.
Oh, absolutely. Adelaide Bird, without a shadow of a doubt, ruined that fight. For the simple fact, had she gone with Dave Moretti's score of 115-113 in favor of Canelo,
No one would have.
nobody would have really made that much of a fuss about it. I mean, they would have still gotten mad, but not to the degree which they did.
Yeah.
And then the second fight, this is the one thing I will always point to. Abel Sanchez and Gennady Golovkin kept talking noise, saying, if you fight us in this fashion that we like to fight in, you're not going to beat us. We'll knock you out, or we'll beat you. Knock you out, beat you, however you want to look at it. And Canelo did just that. Stood toe-to-toe with Gennady Golovkin, and Golovkin wasn't able to close the show. So don't tell me that Golovkin won the second fight, because he did not.
I don't think
Canelo landed the crisper shots, and again, he stood toe-to-toe with him and said, all right, here I am. Go ahead. Do what you said you're going to do.
Animosity there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's how it's going to be tomorrow.
It was
I think
more of the
It's going to
crew.
be like that.
And then, I mean, part of the whole reasoning why I find the second fight so interesting is that basically Canelo said, I'm never going to fight him again. I didn't like what he said about the
Yeah.
beef and the injection sites and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But you know,
That wasn't all him. That was Eddie Hearn. That was a way to
Yeah.
sign Triple G, and I'm sure he had Canelo agreed to that beforehand. So I mean, it was in line. There was nothing he could have done, man.
Right.
But he says he wants Bivol if he wins.
Canelo?
Yeah.
after
Avenge his loss. Yeah, he wants to avenge his loss.
He's assuming that Bivol is going to beat Zurdo, or regardless?
Oh, I think regardless, he just wants to avenge his loss.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
well, this is kind of what brings us to number 3, Canelo
Mhm.
versus Triple G3. This is a revenge for Triple G more than anything. Canelo really doesn't get served by this win, right? Like, does it bring him back up?
No,
after the
I
beef
think
ball?
even
No.
if he wins, the only way he gets some kind of praise is if he knocks him out spectacularly, and I don't see
Exactly.
that happening.
you don't
I think
see him,
he'll put him down to the body.
So
If he
your
wins this with
pick-
a body shot.
your
Because of
pick-
what did you see what did you think of what Murata fight? Because that said a lot.
He slowed down, dude.
All right, so let's talk about their fights in between since the last fight in 2018, right?
Yeah.
So Deverchenko, I don't know what you have right there, but I know he fought Deverchenko.
Okay,
And he
wait,
brought it
so
to
where
him,
do you
dude.
wanna go?
Triple G struggled against Deverchenko.
Sorry, this is them, MGM,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Grand
this is
Walk.
the ground arrivals.
Yeah, yeah,
Grand
yeah.
arrivals, I'm sorry.
Sorry. And then So you wanted to talk about Derevchenko?
Derevchenko and Triple G fight.
Yeah.
I think that was where you kind of saw that Triple G slowed down because Derevchenko was freaking pushing him.
The technician.
Yeah, but I think Triple G could have lost that fight.
I think he should have.
Uh,
I think they took that away from Sergey, and that
to be
sucks.
honest, I would say split decision. Either way, I wouldn't have minded. But I mean, come on, that's not. You can't sit there and say Triple G wasn't doing anything.
No, he was.
Oh, no,
I'm just
he
saying
was.
he didn't look like his old self there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And then this is the belt they'll be fighting for.
The WBC's always got to come up with some shit.
And then,
Fucking Suleiman.
I mean, so let's talk about Canelo's record, right?
Oh, Canelo's beat a lot of. I mean, a lot of people don't give him credit, but
Yeah.
I mean, Rocky Fielding was a champion, and he was freaking 6'3". So I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
an easy
no, but
task.
people, I can't stand that some boxing fans don't bother to look at what did Rocky Fielding do and how did he do it to get that title. They didn't give it to his ass. He became a champion somehow.
Right.
And it's not like you can get in the ring and do what he did to him.
No.
Or
No.
I would love to see somebody like Caleb Plant or somebody like that take on Rocky Fielding and have an easy day with him. And then you can really compare. But
Ooh,
obviously
that's
they
actually a
don't do
good
that.
call because Plant was talking about he wants a rematch. So maybe him versus Rocky Fielding?
Yeah,
But
Plant's
I
not getting
think
a rematch.
I'm not even sure if Rocky Fielding still fights at 168. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm sorry, 175. Because
But
that's
yeah.
where he fought him at.
So looking at
That
it,
was
right?
168, dude.
It was the one loss that he went up. And then
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, comparative to
I mean, Daniel Jacobs, that's a fight that I feel like gets overlooked with boxing fans, and that irritates me because Daniel Jacobs was no slouch, and he proved it against Gennady Golovkin because that's the guy they have in common before this third fight, was they both fought Daniel Jacobs.
yeah. What do you think? I mean, the Murata, he looked a little bit rough,
Mhm.
right? But close it out with a finish.
I mean, he's always going to have that punching power, and he landed a good shot.
Well,
But again, he was getting pushed back again. Derevchenko did this to him, and so did Murata. Murata was pushing him back the whole fight till he got caught.
Yeah, before Golovkin was landing those shots, Murata landed some really good body shots, and they hurt G. You could see him wince on a couple of them. But obviously, G's power showed and his conditioning, even at his age, because props to him, even at 40, he's still got that conditioning, and he's obviously in immaculate shape.
The hairline isn't helping out, though.
Yeah, he needs to do my haircut.
But the question really is, Canelo fought the tougher guy previously, Bivol.
Yeah.
That's where it's...
Well, I kind of think that's just, all right, we went a little bit too close to the sun.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bring it down a little bit. Like, it's like trying to fight a heavyweight. Like,
And that's what he's
Bivol could
doing.
fight cruiserweight, right?
Oh, yeah. I
You know what
think
I
he
mean?
could go up to cruiser if he wanted.
Oh,
So
I mean,
I
he has a
feel-
tough task ahead of him still. So
Yeah. And I
Plant
mean,
was tough.
And this
Caleb
is at
Plant was
160,
tough.
right? Or
168.
168.
168.
So,
his first fight at 175 was against Kovalev. He
Yes.
went up there to get the belt. He got the belt. That was not an easy fight either. Kovalev fought well
100%.
and got caught in the 11th. And then he fought. Well, it's just Kovalev and Bivol at 175, I think.
Yes.
So, no, they're big guys though. They're very big guys.
No, yeah. I mean, but no, Caleb Plant was not as easy as everybody thought he would be, and he showed his boxing
I never
skills.
thought he'd be easy. I knew he was quick, and I knew he was a little longer and all
But
that.
he did land some good shots on Canelo, and had he had some power, he might have been able to do a little more.
Maybe.
But unfortunately, with Caleb Plant, he just doesn't have the power to keep him off, and that's what I kept saying. Is like even if he boxes well, he doesn't have the power to keep Canelo off, and that's exactly what happened.
just give him a
Canelo
little
just walked him
respect.
down.
Respect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And just like, hey, personal space.
But
Hell
I
yeah.
think it's gonna be an interesting fight for 6 rounds. After 6, I think Canelo's gonna take over.
I think we're gonna notice from like the third that Triple G's not the same.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. I'm thinking that Triple G is going to drag it out and it's going to be like a split decision.
Oh,
I mean,
That
I
to
love
me-
competitive fights. I hope that's the case.
To me, I feel like for Triple G, if he doesn't get this, it means
Triple G's done
like,
if he doesn't win. This.
everybody talks about legacy and all this stuff like that. But I feel this one is more personal to him because it also brings back what I asked you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is like if he feels he got cheated twice in Vegas, then why the hell are we fighting in Vegas, not Madison Square Garden?
He has no choice. He has no say.
I could say if they did it in Madison Square Garden, no,
But would it sell out?
Canelo don't want to go there, and Canelo.
there's enough Russians in Brighton Beach.
Canelo's in charge there, and he's not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayweather didn't go out of here to fight either. He fought in Vegas. You're gonna fight Mayweather. You fought him here.
So what's your prediction? John said split decision. What do you think?
I think Canelo stops him late.
Late?
I think so too. I think 9th round.
Okay.
To the
I mean,
body.
to me, that makes a lot of sense. But I just have this.
I think Canelo feels like he has something to prove because he feels the pressure of losing.
Oh, absolutely.
So
100%.
I think he's gonna be a little more aggressive.
100%. He definitely feels pressure because if he loses the Triple G at 40,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Everybody's gonna be like,
Because not only will he lose the Triple G, and this time, legitimately in some people's eyes, for the second time again in some people's eyes, but he will not only have lost again, but he'll lose to a 40-year-old.
Who everybody this whole week has been saying, oh, he's slower. He can't do it anymore.
No, but there's a lot of people too saying, oh, Triple G won the first one and he's going to win this one.
He won the first one.
He has the power, so we'll see.
You don't think
Maybe
he won the
Triple G
first
catches
one?
him in the
Oh,
first.
no, yeah.
Who knows?
Like I said, after watching it back, if I base it on the things I pointed out, body language, conditioning, pressure, yes, he won.
So that's what I'm saying. There is a little truth to that, but it's going to be a good week, good fight night. We'll see what happens.
I hope it's great. I think they'll go at it at some point. Because at some point, all that's going to come boiling to the surface, and I'm going to go, nah, let's do this again.
Hey, and I'll say what, like, boxing promotions have been getting better. They've been more exciting. Like, I used to dread watching some boxers. It's just two guys just fucking running around all night. Like, but lately it's been getting better, and I feel maybe this one would be just as good.
I think the cards are getting better too, and I've been saying, I credit UFC for that because I feel like UFC puts the pressure on boxing as far as undercards are concerned. Because for the longest time, boxing undercards have been so disappointing, and this one to me is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good, and we've seen some
It's 3 titles.
We've seen some good ones. Well,
hey,
some of them.
Listen, somebody wins the
co-main
prize.
is a title.
Yeah.
The other two. International
titles.
and silver. I don't know where the hell they got silver.
Just made up shit.
I don't know what that means.
So it's a silver belt instead
We
of a
can
gold
come up with a
belt.
title, man.
Yeah.
More
All right.
than a fight title. There you go, man.
Yes,
Promote
sir.
Once we get big enough.
So what do we do?
Like, subscribe, and I'm sorry that I didn't realize the comment. We will check it out and we'll make sure we.
Hey, Joe Joyce.
Yes, there you go.
And Joe Parker. Was it Joseph and Joseph? Or?
Yeah, Joe, Joseph, whatever you want to do. They're both named the same, but
all right.
it's gonna be good.
Yes,
Yes,
we'll
sir.
be ready
guys
for
soon.
Just bleed.